Hello people, thought I'd do another quick video on this Earth 2 IO. Maybe a couple of strategies I can show people that I'm thinking of. One of them is there's still a few islands that have nothing on them. So if you do enough searching around you might find these, and this one's still pretty cheap at, we're looking at 11 cents a tile. I'm not going to tell you where that is, but if you look around you might find it. You might be better off buying blocks of land like this. So pay for that like 9 squares, and then buy another 9 squares, and buy another 9 squares. And the reason why I'm thinking of doing this is because maybe later on you can sell off each block of 9 squares for a reasonable price. I see a few problems with people doing this, right? And especially somewhere like in America at the moment, where that's worth thousands of dollars, which might be alright, but you need to find a buyer for that. Now, getting a buyer to buy thousands of dollars worth of digital virtual something it's a bit of a hard thing to sell at the moment, but I think once all the land goes and it's getting harder to get stuff, having smaller blocks of land like this might be the way to go. That's my opinion, and I could be wrong, but that's what I'm sort of thinking. You can see over here I've actually bought up a fair bit of this, and I've done exactly that, so that it's 9 3x3 squares. I'll keep buying up this island as I do. That's one of my ideas that I've been doing. Okay, someone else has bought over here, so that's getting sold up. That's not me, that's someone else, but someone's already bought all that up. There's a few things I've been buying. Another thing I've been buying up is solar farms. The game has resources apparently, so you might need energy, you might need gold, who knows, like they haven't really told us much about it, so those things might come into the game, they might not. But for an example, I can go to my profile, and you can see this here. I've bought individual squares of these solar panels. Okay, so if you do a bit of searching around, you might find that too. Okay, there's a heap of solar panels around the world now. Maybe they'll use it in the game for energy, maybe they won't. It's not a risk I'm going to take. I'm going to take the gamble that maybe they do use it. I've got my squares, and I've actually bought these individually, and the reason I've done that is because if I want to sell off a few squares at a time, I can do that. If these go to $10 a square, that's not a too bad thing to sell, where if you're selling off $500 worth of solar, it might be hard to sell. So anyway, that's a few things I've got that I've done. I think you need to get some cheap land and a big area of it, because what I'm thinking of, I wouldn't buy here to do that, but that island's a perfect example. Because say later in this game, right, cheap land's going to be hard to find, especially a lot of it. If I've got a big chunk of land like this, I could sell that off as a bulk thing, and maybe someone wants to build a virtual racetrack on there. So you got to think VR. What's a VR? VR could be anything. It could be walking through cities, you could be playing video games, it could be a poker machine, you could have a casino where you walk in and walk around and pick a poker machine, and this is all stuff that could come into the game, like no one really knows yet. So one of my thoughts are racetrack, and I thought if I can buy a whole island, that's not a bad size thing for a racetrack to sit on. Who knows? I mean, no one really knows where this is going. It's getting popular. I can't believe the value of things have gone up so far. It's getting a bit crazy. I didn't think I'd see this get up to $15 so quick for a block in US, even Australia. It's up to $2.15 already. I bought in 5 days ago at 89 cents. I think I paid for a block, and 5-6 days onwards we're up to $2.15. So this game is moving very quickly, and people are buying into it. So I hope it's not a Ponzi scheme. It could be. This could get shut down, you lose your money, but at the same time, if they can build it, which I think they should, because there's so much money to be made once the platform's been built that they don't have to worry about this money. They'd make more money out of the advertising they can put through this thing. For an example, you could be walking through the city and you see a billboard, and the billboard has a sign on there for Coca-Cola. If they put that sort of thing in the game, Coca-Cola's going to be paying them for that sign sitting in their game. So they're going to get enough money from the advertising. So if you've got a real busy area, everybody's going there to do whatever in the game, and you've got a Coca-Cola sign sitting there, Coca-Cola's going to be paying a heap of money for having that sign there. So that's where this could go, and it's not just Coca-Cola, it's the small businesses too. You could have your own little small business signs in there and advertising and stuff. So it's really endless where this whole platform can go. Yeah, anyway, to just sort of show you a little bit of what I've bought and where I'm at. So I've been playing this for about 6 days. And that's where I've been at the moment. Yeah, just been buying bits and pieces of everything. There's islands, solar farms. I've just been trying a bit of everything because you don't know what's going to happen in this game. I've bought a bit of China. You have to be thinking, what can this game be using as a, like, outside the box thinking, I suppose you need to say. Here's another island I've been buying into. Again, I've got a large space here and I've bought it fairly cheap, and these are still available at cheap prices, but it's not going to be for long. Like, this sort of stuff's going to be hard to find later in the game, so I'm trying to get in as much as I can while I can and buy it up cheap, because places are going to need a large area to run games and stuff, I think, is how it's going to work. Or someone could build a massive resort there, I don't know, it could be anything. Anyway, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know what you think, or if you've got any tips that you're trying to do, or any hints you want to throw my way, throw them in the description, or the comments down the bottom. And yeah, if you want to use my code, it's up here. If you throw a comment in of your code, I'll try and use yours as well. Obviously, I've getting a few people commenting on my videos already, but if you throw your code in, I'll try and use your code. Anyway, thanks for that. Enjoy.